Tina was never one to back down from a challenge. Born and raised on a small farm, she had learned early on that life didn't hand you anything for free. From the time she could walk, Tina worked alongside her parents, digging up the garden, watering the crops, planting seeds, harvesting, and hauling heavy loads. In the countryside, there were no gender roles. Everyone worked, whether man or woman. When she moved to the city after finishing school, it was like stepping into a whole new world. For the first time, men opened doors for her, offered to carry her bags, and treated her like someone who needed care. It was charming at first, but Tina wasn't the kind of woman who liked to be coddled for long. Life quickly reminded her that hard work was still the name of the game. After graduation, she married Victor. Sparks flew between them, and they tied the knot not long after meeting. Together, they bought an apartment using a loan. Life wasn't easy. They both worked long hours and picked up extra jobs when they could. After their son Eli was born, things got even tougher. But over time, life settled into a rhythm. They found balance, and with it, a measure of peace. Victor always helped his wife. He took on side gigs to bring more money home, and together they managed to buy a small weekend house out in the countryside. Tina saw it as a blessing. "Just think," she told him, "we'll grow our own vegetables and fruits. We won't have to worry about pickling food for winter. Our own produce will always be fresher and healthier. I think this is going to save us a lot of money." Victor frowned slightly but didn't argue. Truth be told, he didn't share her enthusiasm for gardening. Tina, now in her 40s, felt a deep need to reconnect with the land, the same way she had during her childhood. At first, Victor helped her out at the cottage, but eventually, she started going alone. He had developed chronic back pain, and after several expensive medical exams, the doctor had given him strict instructions: avoid heavy lifting, take care of his spine, and don't strain himself. Tina gladly took on the burden herself. She carried the heavy bags, hauled the boxes, and did all the digging and planting at the weekend house. Victor drove her out there, and once they arrived, he would do small tasks while Tina handled everything else. "I'd rather prevent the pain than pay through the nose for pills later," she often said. "Those things are getting too damn expensive." The couple lived in sync, each playing their role without complaint. But then something happened that shook their quiet little world. A new neighbor moved in. It started when strange noises came from the empty apartment next door. The place had been vacant for years. Now, someone had finally bought it. "Oh great," Tina muttered. "Hope they're not noisy. The last thing we need is some young couple throwing wild parties every night." But the new neighbors weren't young partiers. It turned out to be a married couple, roughly the same age as Tina and Victor. The husband looked to be around 40, but his wife surprised Tina when she finally met her a week later. Carrie was much younger, around 30, and stunningly beautiful. Tall, slim, with thick, long hair, she dressed modestly, knee-length dresses, casual pants, sneakers, and no makeup. She was young, yes, but reserved. Tina greeted her warmly whenever they crossed paths in the hallway. Carrie smiled politely in return, always by her husband's side. She seemed almost too young for him. But within a month, Carrie changed completely. Her style shifted overnight. Short skirts, tight tops, bold makeup, and high heels became her daily uniform. She began greeting people differently too. Instead of a simple hi to both of them, she started addressing them individually. "Good morning, Tina," she would say formally to Tina, then turn to Victor with a familiar smile and wave. "Hey Vic." Tina noticed the shift immediately. "She's saying good morning to me so stiffly now," she said to her husband. And why the sudden formality? Victor flinched under her gaze, blushed slightly, and glanced sideways at Carrie as she walked past them. Then he looked back at Tina with a guilty expression. "How should I know, T?" he mumbled. "Maybe she just feels more comfortable now." Tina didn't press further, but she didn't like what she saw. She felt an instant dislike toward Carrie. The next evening, someone knocked on their door. Victor went to answer. A few minutes later, he returned looking uneasy. "It's the neighbor," he said. "Her outlet is making noise. She's worried it might cause a fire. I'm going to check it out." Tina raised an eyebrow. "In what universe is it appropriate for you to go into someone else's apartment alone? And how do you even know she's alone?" Victor fidgeted. "She told me," he said quickly. "Her husband is away at sea. He's a sailor, he'll be gone 6 months." "And how do you know that?" Tina snapped. Victor reddened and stammered. "Well, she mentioned it when I helped her move a cabinet last week." Tina's face hardened. "So let me get this straight," she said coldly. "I'm out at the weekend house carrying boxes by myself because your back can't handle it, but you're helping her move furniture?" Victor pursed his lips and left the room without another word. Tina sat in silence, piecing things together. Carrie had changed her look right before her husband left. Now she was cozying up to other men. This wasn't just a coincidence. She called her son Eli. "Did you happen to notice when your neighbor's husband left?" she asked casually. "Oh yeah," Eli replied. "It was the first day he left. I ran into her at the store, and she told me she was all alone. I helped her carry stuff home. She kept asking about our family. I told her we have a weekend house, and she said she wished she had one too. She asked how we relax out there. I told her we don't really relax. We go on Tuesdays and Fridays. So she probably goes to ask Dad for help on those days." Tina shot up from the couch. "So while she's out working the land, he's here playing knight in shining armor for the neighbor? Perfect." Without hesitation, she stormed out of their apartment and knocked on Carrie's door. A moment later, the door opened. Carrie stood there in tiny shorts and a crop top, showing off her toned stomach. She laughed when she saw Tina, but the laughter stopped instantly. "Oh, I thought you were Natasha," Carrie said, clearly surprised. "Nope," Tina replied coolly. "It's just me. I heard you might need help. Or maybe my husband already fixed whatever needed fixing." Carrie hesitated. "Well, actually, Victor already checked the outlet. Everything seems fine." Tina pushed past her and walked inside. In the kitchen, she found her husband examining the outlet above the counter. "I told you, everything's fine," Victor said nervously. "You must have imagined the sparks." His cheerful tone died the moment he saw Tina standing behind Carrie. His face paled and his eyes darted nervously. "T, what are you doing here?" "I was just leaving." Tina crossed her arms. "I thought everything was fine too. And I believed you. But apparently I shouldn't have." She turned to Carrie. "You know what? You're going to be alone for 6 whole months. That's a long time to feel lonely. Why don't you come over more often? Not just to see Victor, come see me. I may be a simple country girl, but I can fix anything. I can cook, clean, repair appliances. I can even find someone if I can't do it myself. But Victor? He's not exactly Mr. Fix-It. Better to call me." Carrie blinked, stunned. "And by the way," Tina added, "Victor has serious back problems. If you ever need help lifting something heavy, don't ask him. Ask me. I can handle it. He sure as hell can't." Carrie stared at her, unsure whether to laugh or cry. "I appreciate the offer," she said carefully, But I don't need any help right now. Tina turned to her husband. Go home, dear. I need to talk to our lovely neighbor. Victor gave her a sheepish smile and slipped out. As soon as he was gone, Tina's friendly mask dropped. Listen here, sister. I've seen your type before. You think you can flirt your way into another woman's life while your husband is away? Don't insult me by thinking I'm some dumb, naive country girl. I've survived hardships you couldn't imagine. I built this life with my bare hands. I won't let anyone, especially not a bored trophy wife, try to steal it. Carrie gaped at her. If you think you can keep coming around here, flirting with my husband, wearing those ridiculous outfits, you've got another thing coming. And trust me, these days, everyone has a camera. Maybe your husband would enjoy seeing videos of you parading around in those little outfits while he's stuck on a ship somewhere. Carrie's mouth fell open. She looked at Tina's plain clothes, her unmanicured hands, her tired face and gray-streaked hair. She hadn't expected such strength from someone who looked so ordinary. Tina stepped closer. This is your only warning. Stay away from my husband. If you don't, I won't be so polite next time. With that, she turned and left. From that day on, Carrie stopped visiting. Victor started dressing more modestly again. The flirtatious looks and greetings disappeared. The tension in the building eased. And Tina? She went back to her life, planting, digging, hauling, and loving every second of it. Because no matter where you live, in a village, a city, or anywhere in between, a strong woman knows how to protect what's hers. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to be notified when new stories come out, hit the bell icon. Have a wonderful day, everyone.